Jesus, man, I know.
Sorry.
Did you get COVID again?
So cute.
I
You jerk off.
I drink my water.
Jerk off.
See, I just drink my water. It almost choked me off.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Thick water.
Sorry.
Maybe you need some of that stuff to put in the water, thicken it up.
Sorry.
Cornstarch.
They have water thickener. You can actually put.
Gross. All right, I'm ready. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's a great way to start the show. Deconstructing Bill Murray. We're talking about Groundhog Day today. Finally, we're right in that stride of great Bill Murray movies. Last time we did, what did we do last time, Ray? It's been a while.
There was Ghostbusters 2, and then
did we do a quick change last time?
Quick Change, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this movie, 1993, a weatherman finds himself inexplicably living the same day over and over again. Directed by Harold Ramis, who he did Caddyshack. Most people don't know he directed National Lampoon's Vacation, Club Paradise, Bedazzled, a little underrated classic there. Written by Danny Rubin, who wrote SFW. Have you ever seen that movie?
I don't believe so.
Oh, it's great. If you got to check it out. It's like they hold people hostage in a convenience store or something. It's crazy.
SWV.
Nope. SFW stands for so fucking what, I believe. But
VFW.
VFW. Yep. God damn it. Also written by Harold Ramis. A lot of cast highlights in this movie. Bill Murray as Phil, of course. Andy McDowell as Rita. You've seen her in Multiplicity, Bad Girls, Muppets from Space. I know you're a big Muppet person.
I like Rita.
Do you?
Yeah, I do too.
Chris Elliott as Larry. You've seen him in Cabin Boy, Scary Movie 2, and anything else that's hilarious.
Get a Life. He was in the television show Get a Life, which I'm watching right now.
How's that hold up?
Man, it's great. The jokes in it are not dated at all because it's all about how big of a loser he is. So they're not topical at all. It's really funny still.
Brian Doyle Murray as Buster. If you don't know who Brian Doyle Murray is, I don't know. I don't know what to do for you. And Rick Ducommun. How do you say that, Ray? Do you know how to say it? Rick Ducommun. I don't know. The guy from Burbs, the sidekick from the Burbs. He's also a stand-up comic, I believe. Wish I could say his name. Sorry, I can't. But basically, this movie is a vehicle for Bill to improvise in various ways with all these different character actors. And I actually thought the weakest person in the cast after rewatching this was Andy McDowell. Everybody else is just, I don't know. She bothered me for some reason. I don't know what it was. And I think one of the most underrated dudes that he interacts with is the first guy he meets when he comes out of his room
in the hallway.
They just call him like Guy in the Hallway or whatever, but his name is Ken Hudson Campbell. And I was like, what else was this fucking dude in? Because he seemed familiar. And he is in stuff we've seen before. He plays the Santa Claus in Home Alone that gives Kevin the Tic Tacs. Remember that scene?
Oh yeah.
He also plays the cook in Down Periscope.
Oh, I love that movie. Yeah, that's right.
And he's been in a lot of stuff, like everything from Seinfeld to Curb Your Enthusiasm. But have you ever seen Herman's Head?
Mm-hmm.
He played the character named Animal on like 72 episodes. So that's probably where I remember that show, but I don't remember that show.
Yeah, it was on so quick they canceled it. I know it said 72 episodes, but they canceled it and then they brought it back, and then it was like airing at weird times. I don't think it ever had like a consistent run,
Yeah, I remember liking it, but I mean the best parts of this movie for me, Ned Ryerson. Anytime that Bill Murray and Stephen Tobolowsky interact, fucking great. When he punches him in the face, It's fantastic. I love it when he calls him Needlehead. He just
Needle Nose Ned the head.
But yeah, you can like this whole thing. The whole time I'm watching, I'm like, this out of all the movies we've watched so far on this show, I empathize the most with this character. Like, I'm like, everybody knows what it's like to be stuck doing something like for work that you don't want to do, and you've done it before in the past, and you know that you're gonna what it's going to be like. And yeah, most of the time I'm like, Bill Murray's playing a character that's just irritating other people, but this one he's just irritated by everybody else, so it's kind of a little bit different. And I think that the the thing about this love story that's a little different than most other movies is that it's a one-sided infatuation that Bill Murray develops eventually after he's out of sheer boredom, after he's already tried to kill himself multiple times. Like, it's not like from the beginning he was interested in her, you know. It was like he tried to kill himself, he learned how to play the piano, you know, like he saved all these people, and eventually that was like the cherry on top or whatever. There's a lot of little things I never noticed before. I've watched this. I mean, we've all watched this a bunch of times. The scene where he gets out of the van and they're trying to leave, and he like addresses the police officer, and all they talk about is the weather in that whole segment. They never once address why the road is being blocked off, and it's because there's a semi that has jackknifed and it's stuck in this like tunnel, right? Mm-hmm. In this movie, they make it out to be like the police are closing roads off due to snow, which does not happen as far as I know. The sheer manpower it would take to close off roads out of a town, which is a regular premise. They do it in Trapped in Paradise. Police are closing off the roads. They don't have people positioned at these roads to stop you from leaving. I mean, they just don't do it. But they'll set a snow level, and they'll be like, don't go anywhere, you know. But very strange.
Yeah. I've actually driven in a level 3 snow emergency here in Columbus to go to work, and nobody said shit. Since I work at technically a pharmacy, we get a permission slip to go to work in a level 4, which is fucking great. Like, if I can drive there, they'll print them off for me if I need them.
Level 4. What's a level 4?
Like, it's illegal to drive. The police will pull you over.
That's 3, right?
Isn't it level 3?
Yeah, there's only 3.
Oh well,
like
whatever.
You got another
level 4. That's knives coming down.
Yeah,
we go to level 4. We still driving it.
They would make us come into that fucking place no matter what, because
your liquor. You got
no, it's because there's a pharmacy and people got to have those drugs.
It's more about liquor than the drugs.
Oh, probably. As you can see, whenever everything was shutting down, liquor stores were named essential.
Oh yeah.
But I just kind of want to talk about our favorite moments from the movie. My top 3 are the montage of suicides. You just don't get that enough in modern movies. That's always been my favorite part of this movie. The whole dinner sequence, or the diner, when he's at the diner and he's eating all the cakes and saying he's a god and all that stuff. That's fantastic. And like I said, when he punches Ned, when he finally loses it on him, and also when he tries to speed through the day, like that one, like he had the perfect day almost, and he's trying to like fast forward the snowball fight, like all that shit. It's fucking great.
He just knocks her down into the
But yeah, I mean, I think that time loop movies in general are fucking fun because it gives you so many different variations on the same set of moments. So it's like it's kind of like a blooper reel a little bit. Like, they can go through all the different possibilities that could happen. And as far as I know, this is like the first one. I can't think of one earlier than this, but I also recommend, if anybody likes this movie, to watch Palm Springs with Andy Samberg. I thought that was really well done. Or Naked, featuring Marlon Wayans, where he wakes up naked in an elevator of a hotel he's not staying at every day.
Have you seen Frequently Asked Questions about time travel?
No, I have not.
it's the same thing. It's these three buddies that go to a bar one night after they one buddy gets fired, and this chick shows up and says that one of them will write like the greatest novel in the world and in the future, and then some shit happens, and it's like they're stuck in a time loop, and they have to continuously keep living the day over and over again to figure out where they fucked it up. It's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
It's got so many British comedians, and it's a British film. But
check that out. I just like the premise of time loop movies in general.
It's really worth a watch. I think
I guess the Hot Tub Time Machine movies kind of do that kind of shit. But overall, this is like top shelf Bill Murray for me. Like I said, I identify with this character more than any of his other movies that we've watched. I really, and like I said, I don't dig Andy McDowell that much. But according to a few podcasts I've listened to, I think Stephen Tobolowsky might talk about it. Bill Murray during this filming was going through some shit. He was going through like a divorce, and evidently he would call Harold Ramis every night to like try to talk to him, but like buddies. And eventually Harold Ramis just sent like his co-writer to go iron things out with Bill and make sure everything was all right, which pissed him off. And that's why they didn't speak for like years, like after this was made. But yeah, he didn't like Andy McDowell either. Evidently on set, she was taking too long in hair and makeup, and he would be complaining about how long it took, on set to get shit done. So yeah, I don't know.
He's famously
an asshole.
Crotchety. Yeah.
I mean, with the last movie, it wasn't the last movie, was it? He threw somebody in a lake or something. What was that?
I forget which one, but yeah, it was one of the earlier ones we did. So yeah.
Stephen Tobolowsky is great in everything. I really recommend his podcast, The Tobolowsky Files, if you like he has a lot of stories about all this shit, and he's been an actor for like 40 something years. So he's been around, and he had drug problems, and he fell off a horse and almost died, and all this other crazy shit. But this is a 10 out of 10 for me. Ray, what do you have to say about it?
Well, actually, Jason, do you want to go before me, or
when do we talk about horror movies? Am I on the wrong podcast?
This is the Bill Murray podcast, buddy.
Yeah.
No, go, Randy.
Okay, cool. So I'm with you on this. This is a perfect comedy. This is the kind of comedy that after it was made, people built their comedies around this kind of stuff. It's a perfect comedy. Everything about it works. If I had to pick three of my favorites, is I love when he's timing the bank robbery. That's one of my favorite things in the movie. Old man drops a quarter, he's talking it out, and then what he does with the money is even better, where he dresses like Clint Eastwood from one of the 70s spaghetti westerns and tells that chick that he's got as a date that they were going to a costume party, but they're just going to the movies. And he's buying like all kinds of crazy shit. I love it. I also love the part where he drives with the two guys in the car when he has the realization they can do anything, And then the cops pull him over, and he's like doing the, oh yes, I'll have a McFlurry, and does like a whole food order. It's really funny. And then my third and favorite one is the end, when he's realized I'm going to live this day forever, probably, and he's just doing cool shit. And then he gets the monster truck tickets.
WrestleMania.
I'm sorry, WrestleMania. He plays the piano like amazingly, and everybody in the crowd knows him. And I just really like that. It's fun. It's like he's literally changed everybody's lives in that town by the time this is over. So those are my three favorite. I like Andy McDowell. I've seen her in a bunch of movies over the years, and I've always thought she was a solid actress. Multiplicity is the one that pops in my head, where she is really fantastic. And in this, her job isn't really to be, like you said, it's love interest by proxy, right? It's not it wasn't like going to be a love story, but because he's trapped there, he's met everybody. He even does that one thing where he's like, and this is Sandy, and when she gets excited, she makes little chipmunk noises. Like he's done everything you can do.
Oh yeah.
And he realizes that the hardest thing to do would be able to get this chick to like him, I think, So to me, that's the way I always looked at it, as it was like his big challenge to keep his boredom from, being miserable. So everybody in this, Stephen Tobolowsky, how do you say his last name? Tobolowsky. I love that guy. He was in Californication, which is one of my favorite comedies, sitcoms of all time. It was on Showtime, and he's really funny. He's just funny and all. And I've listened to his podcast. He's great. But I love all the Ned Ryerson stuff. It's quotable. This is a quotable movie. This is when I was a kid. This is when everybody was like, Bill Murray is amazing. It starts with Ghostbusters and then just goes off from here. So it's like every year from here on out, he makes a movie that's quotable and people, think he's amazing. So I love this film. It's a perfect 10 out of 10. This movie, this is one of those movies, I'm sure you guys can all agree. Whenever I'm not feeling the greatest, I can throw this movie on and laugh, just like it's the first time I watched it. I did it the other day, and it was just as funny as it was the first time I saw it. So,
oh yeah,
that's for me.
It definitely still works. Jason, what do you think about this film? Huh?
I disagree with you guys completely. I think this is one of his weakest movies.
Okay, and this is what we're
come on, I'm joking. Come on. Listen, comedy's not really my thing. It's the same way with action movies. Action movies aren't my thing, but I'm also smart enough to recognize a good movie when I see it, and I do have a handful of comedies that I will watch over and over and over, no matter what. I will laugh at everything. Maybe every time I watch it, I'll laugh even harder. This is one of them. I don't know. I feel like I watch this movie maybe twice a year. Just with it being on TV, I'll just catch little pieces of it. And end up, I watch this movie all the time.
Right.
I mean, you guys said everything. It's definitely it's probably in my top 25 comedies of all time.
Yeah,
I would say it's probably a top 5 Bill Murray movie of all time. Yeah, I can't fault it. I can't fault it for anything. So yeah, 10 out as well.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting into some weird territory here now, because we've went, we did What About Bob last time, by the way. So that's
sorry.
That's what we were talking about last time. But we're getting his next film is 1993 and Mad Dog and Glory. Have you seen that movie?
I love this movie.
Does he have a large part in it, or is it a little tiny?
Yes, it's a large part. So, and it's flipped. This movie, Mad Dog and Glory, is Robert De Niro plays like a kind of a schlub guy, and Bill Murray plays the badass mobster in this. And it's Uma Thurman's first film. In the original version of it, and recently they've released it on Blu-ray. There's a whole nude scene with her. It's been cut out of the new Blu-ray. First time I ever saw Uma Thurman, I saw her naked. I'm just saying, you're gonna see her naked.
This sounds like it might be problematic in today's culture based on this IMDb thing. It says,
it's a jacked up movie.
It says, when shy, soft-spoken Chicago detective Wayne Mad Dog Doby inadvertently saves the life of a local gangster, Frank Milo, he's the reluctant recipient of an unusual 1-week thank you gift, a beautiful bartender named Glory. It's just giving a woman.
She's a prostitute, basically, for because her family owes a bunch of money. And so she has to stay there with him for the week, even if he doesn't do anything, or, Bill Murray's character will kill her. And he does stand up, and he's a mob boss. He owns this giant restaurant and with a big stage and everything. And he does stand up in his own club, which I thought was really fun.
This is going to be a wild ride. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, if you've never seen it, you're in for a treat, because this is Bill Murray like you've never seen him before.
Well, Robert De Niro looks real young, so it's going to be a trip back in time for sure.
De Niro plays it, and I'm going to use foul language here. So if you're listening and you're offended, I apologize.
No.
But De Niro plays a pussy in this movie.
Well, that'll be different. All right. Well, anyways, look forward to that next time, and you can catch Jason on Last Roundup Horror Show. It seems like.
So is that? I mean, is that it? We're not going to talk any horror movies.
No, we can if you want to. I haven't watched any of the ones for the show, so I got a heavy couple days ahead of me.
If we want to tag it on, I watched *Malignant*. Have you guys seen that yet? Everybody's talking about it.
Not yet.
No. Dave from the horror club asked me if I saw it, so he must have watched it. He seemed to
highly recommend it.
He said it was good. He also watched The Streets Run Red. So we'll be getting his take on that whenever we do the club again.
I mean, I wanted to go to the theater, do try to get right feature with Candyman and like that.
Oh, I did see Candyman as well. Yeah, over the weekend, and I think
you stop.
I liked it a lot. Yeah. I don't know any spoilers, other than it was way more connected to the original than I thought it was going to be. So pretty cool. So
are you woke now?
Dude, I'm woke as fuck. I lean so far to the left, I have a hard time walking. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, we'll see you next time, guys.
All right.
All right. Thank you for everything.
See you, Jason. England.
See you later.
Are we not going to talk after this, or?
I'm going to cut this off because it's chunking up a lot. Yeah. Fuck. I don't know who. It's me. It could be me, man.
Yeah, it's probably you.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Frank's internet's phone.
Oh,
yeah.
I maybe it's me.
Oh, well, everybody was fucking up on my end, so I don't know.
No, I haven't heard anything.
It's probably me. I should have restarted my.
Ray always looks like he's frozen. I don't know. I guess you'll find out when you.
Everything was fine until the end. Yeah, I didn't hit stop. Hang on.